Okay, continuing on. Let's see, so I got the left wall. I'm going to go ahead and whenever that hits in, hit to the plus sign. And then I have my label. I'm going to change that. And change your colors first. Let's go ahead and change that to 0. And change the label. This will be the points. So I'm going to go ahead and since I have a purple, this will be for player 1. Purple bandana. I think I just go ahead and leave that. Not bandana, I mean like, head thing. Keep that with the purple. That's fine. The rest I'll fix later. Hit OK. So every time it collides with the left wall, every time my person gets it in, it will add the value. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead out, in, and go ahead and change that equal to 10. And then whenever that happens, I'm going to go ahead and click game flow and then restart game and go ahead and whenever it goes equal to 10, so whenever I score 10 points to the left, that will restart the game. So that's given the game purpose. Next, let's go ahead and add a couple labels. So let's go ahead and go to GUI and add 2 labels. Top label will say away. So that's gonna have, I guess, a yellow. I think I made that yellow their headband. So I'm just gonna go ahead and stick with the kind of a yellow font. You can change that, of course, to whatever you want. I'm going to switch that size, maybe lower it to about 8. And I can go back and play with that. So if that's away, then this one's going to be home. Oops, what happened? Home, and then we're going to change that to purple to match my headband. Make sure that number is going to be okay here. Okay, now that we have our 2 labels over there, we just did a a collision. We actually need to change that collision to be the left wall, not player. My fault. Oh, no, we're good with that. Oh, sorry, don't change that. That needs to remain player. Sorry about that, I was looking at the wrong thing. Alright, we got left wall, that's good. So now we need to do one for the right wall. So I need a collision trigger. And since this is left wall, we need to change that to right wall. Alright, now I need a number. Let's go to logic and math. So I need to switch hit to plus. Now I need a label. Go to GUI and then label. Change that to 0. And this is for the right wall, so that's going to be a yellow score. So that's going to go out value. And so now I'm going to need a filter like I have here. Let's see. I always forget where filters are. Go to logic and math and then click filter. And go ahead and switch that filter under the number. And go ahead and go out to in. I'm going to change that equal to. And we're going to go ahead and go equal to 10. So this is our scoring system. Same thing, whenever the computer is able to get to 10, it will restart the game. So we have to go to game flow, and then click on restart the game, and click pass to go. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and click OK. If I can get to it. Alright, so we have to move these around. So let's see here. So I'm going to go ahead and move the yellow away. I've got purple home. Oh, I've got the yellow away 0 here. And now I got the purple one, the real light. So I guess you could go to, will layer do that? Nope, layer will not do that. User interface, there it is. So and you can see it better. So these two colors don't match. I'd go back and change that. Maybe change the height of my font for home so it matches the away. But so go back to layer, game world. Make sure you're in the game world. All right. So now that I've readjusted that, what that looks like is ball's moving, and let's just see if I can get a ball going in there. All right. So you see how we don't have it reset to start, and that you hear the sound effects. Let's make sure that the ball's working on this side. My walls don't have the bottom wall working. Alright, that's good. I don't hear the sound effect on the bottom wall, so we're going to have to go back and fix that too. Alright, and hit escape. Behaviors. Let's see here. So we have top wall sound effect, so we need a bottom wall sound effect. So go ahead and give me a collision trigger. Click on it, and then we're going to go ahead and do bottom wall. Alright, we got inside wall, bottom. And then we're going to need to do sound effect. So let's see here. We did that beep 6. So I'm going to go ahead and get sound effect. Component sound. Every time it hits the bottom wall, it will play. We're still in the soccer ball, so every time that'll be a beep 6. Beep 6. And again, you can choose whatever one you want. I'm going to go ahead and lower that down. What I do this one on? Did that at 18, so I'm going to go ahead and keep that matching at 18 too. Okay, so I'm going to do some, excuse me. Okay, so we had some sound effects so whenever the ball hits a goal. On my game that I created, I actually added a sound effect from YouTube. And so whenever it hits the goal, people will cheer. So let's go ahead and add a couple of sounds there. So whenever it hits the left wall and whenever it hits the right wall. Okay, so whenever that hit, you can go ahead and first let's do hit, play, sound effect. And I want that different from the wall, so I'm going to go ahead and click on the success wall sound effects. I'm going to turn that down to about 30. I'm going to choose sound effects and click success, and I'm going to go ahead and click 10 on that one. Okay, and so for this one, whenever it hits, I have a different sound effect just so that it sounds different from the computer. So I hit choose sound effect, success, and I have 11. Okay, so it's a little different. Now I want to add some fans, okay, from the an MP3. So I'm going to hit 2 more sounds. Move those underneath. So I got sound effect, 0, sound effect, sound effect. So whenever it hits the wall, you also hear that success sound effect, but we're going to do something a little different. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And I'm going to choose sound, but I'm going to upload a sound. I uploaded from this soccer stadium crowd goal. What I did was I went to a YouTube MP3 converter. You don't have to do this. I just, if you wanted to add, you know, the crowd cheering, you can do. So I'm going to go ahead and choose file. I've already downloaded it to my desktop. And I'm going to go ahead and click on that MP3 soccer goal. Okay. Just to show you that you can get different sound effects from online. Add a little flavor to it. Go ahead and turn that down, probably like around 60 or something, a little bit louder. So that's pretty good. All right, so I did that to that one. I'm gonna go ahead and do it to this one here. Choose sound, upload, choose from file. Sorry, my phone keeps going off. Soccer stadium. Hit OK. Okay, one more thing is whenever the ball gets, or whenever it gets reset, so whenever a goal is scored, I have it reset in everyone. So we need to go ahead and put that ball back into a specific position. So first we need to send messages to each other by clicking on the mailbox. So we're going to go to trigger mailbox. Right now it just says hello. We're going to click on that and we're going to type in reset, R-E-S-E-T. Click OK. I need two numbers from logic and math. Out to get, out to get. And I'm just going to see where this is on the map. I'm going to do 16 and 6, even though I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to modify. But essentially, you're using your grids, and I got the grids here. You see it in the gray and stuff. But on my other game, I did 16 and 6, and I don't think that's going to be right there in the middle, but I just want to show you what it does. And then we need a position block. That's under properties. And let me go ahead and move this so you can see it. So out 16 on the x-axis, 6 on the y-axis. So let's see what happens here. Oh, didn't do it. Didn't reset. Oh, because I don't have everything else set up. It hasn't reset because I don't have the rest of it set up. So let's just double check to make sure I have all the behaviors set. I'm using my cheat sheet. I'm using the game that I created a few months ago, so it's not fresh in my head. I actually probably created this maybe like 5 months ago, so that's just gonna go ahead. We can always come back to it, but I think that looks good. Definitely have to double check that. Probably have to reset some of those numbers. But again, that's just on the grid scale, and that will reset based on the numbers that you tell it. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video, and hopefully we just have to make one more.